What are you watching?
What are you watching? Elodie, le film!
I walked into the grand foyer of the Khoory Executive Hotel, Al Wasl, Dubai, my heart racing with excitement. I had heard so much about this luxurious oasis in the desert, and I couldn't wait to indulge in its opulence. But little did I know, my dream vacation was about to turn into a never-ending nightmare. As I approached the reception desk, I was greeted by Saif, the front desk person, who seemed to be suffering from a severe case of apathy. His eyes, devoid of any warmth or enthusiasm, barely registered my presence. I booked a room for 3 sleeps, and specifically requested a mattress, as per their word and commitment. But the next day, they completely denied and conveniently forgot about our agreement. It was as if I was speaking to a brick wall, and my words were merely bouncing off its cold, uncaring surface. And then, I encountered the scourge of the hotel, cockroaches. Oh, the horror. They were everywhere, crawling on my clothes, my underwear, even in my food. I felt like I was trapped in some sort of twisted, sadistic experiment. I immediately asked for help, but no one came to my rescue. It was as if the hotel staff were hiding behind a veil of incompetence, refusing to acknowledge the infestation that was ruining my stay. But that was just the tip of the iceberg. The water in my room was only available once, and if I wanted more, I had to buy it outside. It was like they were holding me hostage, forcing me to succumb to their every whim. And don't even get me started on the carpet, it was filthy, stained, and reeked of neglect. I felt like I was walking on a petri dish, teeming with bacteria and germs. The manager and staff were utterly rude, and when I asked to extend my stay online, they flat out refused. It was like they were trying to punish me for daring to question their authority. And then, there was the laundry fiasco. 2 small stains on the sheet, and they had the audacity to charge me €10 for the cleaning. I've been traveling for 14 years, and this was the first time I'd been charged for something so trivial. It was like they were trying to nickel and dime me to death. But what really took the cake was when I lost my mobile phones and card holder in the sauna and steam room. I had placed them in a locker, but when I returned, they were gone. I immediately sought assistance from the attendant, but he was both incompetent and unhelpful. It was like he was enjoying my misfortune, watching me squirm in frustration. As I waited for my room to be ready, I decided to take a quick nap in the cafe area. But before I could even close my eyes, 2 men in suits came to awaken me, telling me I couldn't sleep there because customers needed that space to sit. It was like they were trying to deprive me of even the simplest of human rights, the right to rest. I felt like I was trapped in some sort of bizarre, Kafkaesque nightmare, where the hotel staff were the tormentors, and I was the helpless victim. Every door I opened led to more disappointment, every conversation I had led to more frustration. It was like they were intentionally trying to ruin my vacation, to suck the joy out of every moment. As I lay in bed that night, I couldn't help but wonder, is this what they call hospitality? Is this what they mean by customer service? It was like they were mocking me, laughing at my naivety, my trust. I felt like I was a pawn in their game of incompetence, a game where the customer was always wrong. So, dear friends, let this be a warning to you. Avoid the Khoory Executive Hotel, Al Wasl, Dubai, like the plague. It's a ticking time bomb of frustration, a never-ending cycle of disappointment and despair. Trust me, you don't want to suffer the same fate as I did. The reality of businesses near Khoory Executive Hotel, Al Wasl, Dubai. If you're staying at Khoory Executive Hotel, prepare yourself, because the businesses around here are a masterclass in disappointment. The kind of place where optimism goes to die, where every transaction feels like a gamble, and where the only guarantee is that something will go wrong. Let's start with City Walk, a place that should be a vibrant hub but instead feels like a poorly designed experiment in frustration. The parking situation is nothing short of a disaster. Imagine paying to suffer, stuck in a gridlock of cars while the clock ticks and your patience evaporates. People have waited nearly an hour just to exit, and the management's response? Silence. Then there's the giving movement, where clothes look like luxury online but feel like sandpaper in reality. Some customers even reported skin irritation. A brand that preaches ethics but delivers scratchy, overpriced disappointment. Now, Sensasia Urban Spa, where relaxation goes to die. This is the kind of place where therapists cough through your massage, where appointments vanish into thin air, and where the staff's idea of customer service is judging you for not buying their overpriced products. One woman arrived with a voucher, only to be told she had to spend the entire amount in one visit. When she refused, they shrugged and let her walk out. A spa that turned self-care into self-torture. Then there's Ravi Restaurant Satwa, a legendary name dragged through the mud. The food? Inconsistent at best, stomach-turning at worst. One family ordered a mixed grill, only to discover half of it mysteriously missing from their takeaway bag. Another diner found a fly in his lassi, then spotted a cockroach scuttling past his table. The waiters? Somewhere between indifferent and openly hostile. A place where hygiene and respect are afterthoughts. Coffee lovers, brace yourselves. Percent Arabica UAE City Walk is where baristas argue with customers over stale matcha and broken ACs turn the cafe into a sauna. One woman was told her matcha was pre-made the night before, as if that was a selling point. Another was kicked out at midnight despite the posted closing time being 1 a.m. A place where the only thing hotter than the coffee is the temperature inside. If nightlife is your thing, Ushuaia Dubai Harbour Experience will test your limits. Oversold events, wristband scams, and security staff who treat guests like cattle. One group paid over 11,000 Emirati dirhams for VIP access, only to be denied re-entry after stepping out. The bars? Understaffed, overpriced, and drowning in queues. The music? Loud enough to drown out your regrets, until you're stranded at 4 a.m., walking an hour to find a taxi. Comptoir 102 concept store and healthy cafe promises wellness but delivers misery. Waiters refuse to seat guests at empty tables, spill coffee on customers without apology, and serve watery juices with a side of attitude. One couple drove 30 minutes for breakfast, only to be told they couldn't sit at a 4-person table, despite the place being empty. A cafe where the only healthy thing is your decision to leave. Finally, Level 43 Sky Lounge where the view is stunning and everything else is a letdown. Managers who refuse to adjust AC units, DJs stuck in the 90s, and a dress code so strict it rejects designer sandals in 30-degree heat. One family arrived after an hour-long drive, only to be told the kitchen couldn't prepare simple pasta for their baby, something they'd requested in advance. A lounge that prioritizes rules over guests. So, what's the verdict? The businesses near Al Khoory Executive Hotel are a parade of mediocrity, where poor management, apathy, and greed suck the joy out of every experience. If you're staying here, manage your expectations, or better yet, venture further out. Because in this corner of Dubai, perfection is a myth, and disappointment is guaranteed. And, okay, so I was, looking into stuff near the Al Khoory Executive Hotel in Al Wasl, Dubai. You know, just because. And well, it's a bit much, honestly. Businesses around there? They seem to disappear sometimes. I read about this brokerage firm, Gulf First Commercial Brokers. They had offices in Business Bay, not right by the Al Khoory, but close enough if you're exploring. They were promising amazing investments, cold calling everyone, really pushing it. Then, poof. Gone. Just a mop and a garbage bag left behind. Millions of dirhams, taken from people. Tourists, probably, thinking they'd get rich quick while visiting. I bet a lot of them had to take out loans, or use their life savings. And the people who ran it? Probably on a beach somewhere, spending the money. They probably changed their names and started a new scam somewhere else, honestly. It's just sad. Then there's the electronics. Apparently, around Dara and Bur Dubai, which, yeah, tourists go to from the Al Khoory Executive Hotel, it's easy enough, there are shops selling fake phones. You think you're buying a brand new iPhone. But it's a knockoff. A British tourist bought 2 sealed boxes, and they were just cheap plastic inside. Can you believe that? How could you even? The police raided places, but some of those shops probably just closed and reopened under a different name. The tourist? Probably heartbroken and stuck with a useless brick. They probably had to fight with their credit card company for months. And it gets worse. Near Al Wasl, and even Jumeirah, there are boutiques selling fake designer bags. They switch the real one for a fake after you buy it. Seriously? A French tourist bought a bag, got back to her hotel, and it was a fake. They probably targeted people who wouldn't bother returning, figuring tourists won't go to the trouble. I bet the store owner just laughed all the way to the bank. The tourist probably felt so foolish. And the store? Probably still operating, switching bags as we speak. Don't even get me started on the gold suit. It's like a classic scam. They show you nice, heavy gold, you agree on a price, then they clean it in the back and give you back something lighter, cheaper. Tourists trusting them, thinking it looks the same. It makes you just want to stay in the Al Khoory Executive Hotel and not leave, you know? The tourists probably realized when they got it appraised back home, feeling so angry and ripped off. The store owner probably paid a small fine and kept scamming people. And finally, the souks just overcharging everyone. Spices, souvenirs. 10 times the actual price. They hand you gifts to pressure you into buying. A German family got ripped off like that. I mean, seriously? They probably felt humiliated and angry. Some stores get fined, but it keeps happening. You just can't trust anyone, you know? It's just depressing.